Round 2 of the 8-man, and from scouting we know our opponent is mono red. Now this is the best hand against mono red, but you're probably not going to get a better one mulling to 6. So we're going to run with this one. We'll see how it unfolds. This figure is great against mono red as well as Seagate Oracle. The Stoke Rebuttal is probably not going to be as fantastic, but sometimes it comes in handy. Opponent leads with a Goblin Guy. We're going to disfigure it once it triggers its ability. Sadly, the trigger was a Preordain. It's always nice to get that land, but we can use the Preordain. On our turn, we're going to use our Preordain. See if we can find some more removal, some more action. Play a Drowned Catacombs and pass a turn. On his second turn, he has no plays, which is really nice for us. We're going to drop a Seagate Oracle and clog up the ground. Look for some finishers. Find a Disfigure, and we'll pass a turn. He plays a Panic Spellbomb, which means he's Kuldotha Red. It's nothing really to worry about. Play a Creeping Tar Pit, and we'll pass a turn. The 1 damage we gain by attacking the Seagate Oracle is not worth him having the ability to get in for damage with a hasty creature without using the Panic Spellbomb. We play our Tectonic Edge. We have no good attacks right now, so we're just going to sit back on this. Sitting back only favors us. He plays another mountain. Seems like he's flooded, so we're just going to keep on playing our lands, and we drew a Jace there, so it's really nice. We're going to drop him in Fate Seal, since he probably does have at least 1 bolt in his hand. We're going to keep him out of bolt range. Chimeric Mass, we'll probably put that on the bottom. We'll pass the turn. On his turn he plays another land and passes the turn. So he must be really flooded here. We're going to Brainstorm with Jace and Preordain. And now we can begin attacking with multiple cards to back up the defense. Misplayed there, tapping my colored mana, leaving two colorless mana untapped. It turned out not mattering, but it was a misplay. He was trying to play around Mana Leak with his Molten Tail Mastercore. He did not know he had the Stoke Rebuttal, so we get him there. It's looking pretty bad for him right now. He plays a Perilous Mirror, which doesn't really matter, and concedes. So round 2, game 2, we open with a pretty decent hand here. We have, of note, Disfigure, Ratchet Bomb, and Vampire Nighthawk, which are pretty decent in this matchup. We don't have much land, but we are on the draw, so we're going to see how this goes. Our opponent mulligans down to 6. We keep, and it's off to the races. Our opponent plays nothing on turn 1 with his mountain. We're going to drop our Drowned Catacombs since there's no reason to play an island out. We don't have a Spell Pierce, so we're not trying to bluff it. Our opponent does have a turn 2 Chimeric Mass for 2, which really doesn't worry us. We do see that we have a Spreading Seas in the deck, which was supposed to be sided out, and it was a mistake to have it in. It was a fine play right there, though, so we play it and pass a turn. On our opponent's third turn, he plays another mountain, plays a Goblin Chieftain, and gets in for 2 damage. On our turn, we're able to play another land, Ratchet Bomb, and keep up Disfigure mana. We should be able to play Jace next turn, or Vampire Nighthawk if we draw a black source. Our opponent goes to force us to use a Ratchet Bomb here, so we'll oblige. We want to save as much life as we can against Mono Red. We're going to disfigure his Chieftain and bomb away his mass, so he'll get in for 2 damage, or 4 damage. So on our turn, after we disfigure here, we're going to find a black mana that comes and play tapped. So we'll just sit on Stoic Rebuttal and pass the turn. He does have a Teetering Peaks, and we do want to save the life, so we're going to disfigure the Bushwhacker here. Hopefully he won't have anything to follow it up. Now we have the option of playing Vampire Nighthawk or Jace. We're going to play the Nighthawk after we preordain, which is what we should have done. We also get the job of Creeping Tar Pit. We pass the turn back to him. He's tapping for a lot of mana here. So he's got a Devastating Summons and a Bushwhacker, which is pretty nice. We're not too worried about it though. In comes the Devastating Summons and the Bushwhacker. We're going to block the Bushwhacker here because we don't die, and we're going to be able to bounce one of the tokens with Jace and block the other one with the Vampire Nighthawk. He won't be able to do anything about it because he won't have any mana to play any burn spells. And we'll have a Flash Freeze to back it up soon too. So in comes Jace, bounce goes on. We're going to pass the turn to him. He's going to have to swing into the Vampire Nighthawk or waste his token to Jace. So he crunches in here. He's got 1 card in hand. He'll need a land before he can do anything. We're looking pretty good right now, even though we're at 2 life. We're sitting with a Flash Freeze and the Stoic Rebuttal. The only 3 counterspells we have in our deck after sideboarding. We get to Brainstorm, look for some finishers. Preordain away these 2 cards. We run into another Jace. We can get in there with Creeping Tar Pit. Or on his turn, he drew a Mim Knight, no land, but he's got a Mim Knight, so that's not a big problem. We're going to look for Grave Titan again. We don't find it, put some cards back. Shuffle away some cards. and pass a turn. He finds a mountain, but can't attack in because of our creeping tar pit. It's our turn. This Burning Seas comes in handy again. We get to put away his mountain. He has a burst lightning, which we will counter. So we draw a Seagate Oracle, which is really nice in this situation. We're going to brainstorm, put 2 back and have Seagate Oracle choose the best out of the 2, and we will pass the turn back to him. He really has to find another mountain and another burn spell to start to have a chance at this. We still have a counter spell backup. In his turn he does nothing. We get to brainstorm again. Hopefully we'll find a Grave Titan soon. There we go, there's a Grave Titan and a Vampire Nighthawk. As well as a Seagate Oracle. This is a really good situation for us right now. That would be pretty near impossible for us to lose at this point. If we drop the Grave Titan, we'll get in there with Seagate Oracle, and we'll pass a turn. On his turn, he does nothing. We get to bounce his Midnight and swing for game. We did a little talking here about our play styles. He's a good opponent.